Hare Krishna. Welcome to our evening katha again. I hope you're all taking advantage of this incredible time. Most of us are locked up. We're very fortunately for us, we're locked in here with Krishna and Balaram. But most of you aren't able to see your favorite deities anymore, go to your favorite temple programs. But this is a time we can increase our hearing and chanting, studying Prabhupada's books, and reading more, and chanting more. And so many wonderful lectures are there available on YouTube, and wonderful kirtans and bhajans available. We can pass our time in this way and take advantage of this unprecedented time in our lives. So I was thinking today, because like I said, most of us are locked out of our temples. We can't see our deities. So I was thinking Haridas Thakur, he also couldn't go see Lord Jagannath. He was staying at Siddha Bakul along with Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. He never entered the temple. So I was thinking about Haridas Thakur today, and he also was like us. He wasn't born a Vaishnava, he became a Vaishnava. So he's the favorite of all our, especially our foreign devotees. We revere Haridas, Namacharya Haridas Thakur like anything. So today we'll be hearing from Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat some few pastimes of Haridas Thakur. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manubhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadandigam Aradana Srinandandai Vridam Yache Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Padambujo Dulisyam Janma Janmani Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. So we're remembering about Haridas Thakur today because he was also, most of us are locked out of our local temple. Fortunately for us, we're locked in. This is Prabhupada's special mercy on us. So like Haridas Thakur, he was also staying in Jagannath Puri for quite some time. He was never allowed to enter the temple either. And like Haridas Thakur, we weren't born in Vaishnava families, we became Vaishnavas. So Haridas is our great hero. So our story begins in Bangladesh in a small town called Budon, where Haridas Thakur, who's the incarnation of Lord Brahma, he took his birth in a Muslim family. But somewhere along the line, by contact of some devotee, he began chanting the holy name. And he became very attached to chanting the holy name. he became so attached that many people began to honor him. Even Brahmins began to honor him. But the Mohammedans became very upset that why this fellow is following the Hindu Dharma. So finally they all got together and went to complain to the Muslim Qazi of that area. This one, Chand Qazi, is a different Qazi. And the Qazi went to the Muslim ruler and explained the situation. This fellow is born in Mohammedan family, but he's given up his Muslim religion and always chanting the names of the Hindu god Krishna and Ram. And this is very horrible situation. We're very mortified. We can't tolerate this any longer. You should bring him to his senses or punish him. So the Muslim ruler and the Qazi both were very uncouth people, very demoniac. They had the police capture Haridas and bring him before the Muslim ruler. And the Muslim ruler began to preach to him that you are so fortunate, you were born in a Muslim family, why are you taking this low dharma of the Hindus? What is all this? Why are you ruining your birth as a Mohammedan? You should stop this chanting of these Hindu gods' names. You should chant the Holy Quran. You should give up all this nonsense. And Haridas told him, he said, under any circumstances, no matter how much suffering, even if you cut my body into pieces, my mouth will never stop chanting the holy name. The same way, we're in this horrible circumstance. We're locked into our rooms or houses. So we should take advantage to chant the holy name. So the Muslim ruler, he became furious. Unless you accept the Mohammedan religion, we're going to punish you by have you beaten through 22 marketplaces. So Haridas said, let it be, I will not stop chanting the holy name under any circumstance whatsoever. So he ordered the Qazi to take him and get the men to beat him with sticks through 22 marketplaces. Nobody had ever lasted beyond the second marketplace. And they began beating Haridas furiously. And Haridas was simply chanting the holy name. And because he was completely absorbed in the holy name, he couldn't feel the beats on his body. He was simply feeling great ecstasy. He went into complete trance. And they were beating and all through all marketplaces. Finally, think this guy is not going to die. If he doesn't die, the ruler will kill us. He'll chop our heads off. What are we going to do? As soon as Haridas understood that they were in difficulty because of him, we can't imagine the humility of the Vaishnava. We're so far away from any quality like this, we couldn't even imagine. The guys are beating and he's worried about them that they're going to get in trouble. This is Haridas Thakur. So as soon as the beaters realized, or as soon as Haridas realized that the beaters are going to get in trouble, then he went into deep trance. Not even breath was showing. And they thought that he's died. So they dragged his body they tried to drag his body to the Ganga. But because Mahaprabhu, to protect his devotee, Nimai had entered into Haridas's body, nobody could move it. With great difficulty, somehow or other, they got it into the Ganga, and the body floated away. And then somehow Haridas, he came back to his external consciousness. He came to the shore. When he came to the shore, all the Mohammedans were shocked. Then they realized that this must have been a great personality. Even the ruler came running and they all fell down at Haridas's feet to please forgive us from this great offense. And Haridas said, I didn't take any offense. You were all acting under ignorance like everyone else in this material world. You don't worry about it. And he made his way back to Pulia. From there, he went to the house of Advaitacharya. Advaitacharya was overwhelmed to see Haridas Thakur. He had great affection for Haridas Thakur. He knew no one who could chant the holy names. Haridas was chanting 3 lakhs of names. There's many, many Vaishnavas in Vrindavan, and probably Mayapur also. They're chanting 64 rounds, which is 1 lakh of name. So 3 times 64 he was chanting rounds. We have so much trouble with our 16, and he was chanting 3 times 64. So he stayed with Advaitacharya. They enjoyed so many wonderful pastimes. It came time for the Shraddha ceremony. And Advaitacharya offered the Shraddha Patra, the first prasadam, which is supposed to be offered to a high quality Brahmin. He offered it to Haridas Thakur. He said, Haridas Thakur, I'm so low, if anybody even says my name, their all punya will be finished, their piety will be finished. And Advaitacharya said, no, because of your attachment to the holy name, you're worth 10 million qualified Brahmins. So Haridas accepted that Shraddha Patra from Advaitacharya. And Advaitacharya arranged for him to live in a cave by the bank of the Ganga. And the devotees used to come and visit him in that cave, but they became aware of some very bad smell. And whenever they visited Haridas, their bodies were burning. So they told Haridas, you please move. Haridas said, I don't feel any discomfort. He said, no, whenever we come here, there's a bad smell. This burning feeling comes. So finally they brought one Vaidya. The Vaidya said, this is because there's, in the bottom of this cave, this hole, there's a huge snake living. So because of his venom, that heat comes. And because of his body odor, this smell comes. So all the devotees, they pleaded with Haridas, we won't come here if you stay here. You please move from this place. So Haridas said, okay, if the snake is bothering you, I have no difficulty. But anyway, tomorrow I will pack up all my things and I will leave this place. As soon as he spoke those words, this huge snake came from the bottom of the cave and came out of the cave. It was blue, golden, and white color. Very extraordinarily beautiful snake and enormous. All the devotees, their hair stood on end. They stood back as the snake came out of the cave and was never seen again. So Haridas continued his chanting there in the cave. After some time, Haridas moved to Benapole. I've been to that place. It's just near the border of Bangladesh and Bengal. The place, they call it now Patbari. And they maintained the bhajan kutir of Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur was just outside of Benapole. He made a little thatch hut and he was doing his bhajan. He planted a tulsi tree and he was doing his bhajan and staying there. All the villagers would come and honor him with gifts of fruit and different types of foodstuffs and things. And he would give instructions about the importance of chanting the holy name. But the landowner of that village was Ramachandra Khan. Though being in a very high caste family, he was a complete atheist and very demoniac nature. He became envious. Why are these people going to this Baba in the forest and worshipping him and giving him things? He thought somehow or other had to besmirch, spoil the name of Haridas Thakur. So he called all the prostitutes of the town and he offered them so many gold coins. But most of them, although they were in the occupation of prostitutes, they were somewhat pious. They said, for a sadhu, we cannot do this thing. We were always taking money for so many simple activities, but for sadhu, we can't. But one young girl who was especially beautiful, she thought, I will take it up. He said, you go to him in the night, I will send my men in the forest, and when you're together, we'll catch him. He said, no, let me lie with him one night, then the next day you bring your men and we'll catch him. So Ramachandra Khan agreed. So in the evening time, after everyone had left, and the breeze from the Ganga was blowing very sweetly, and the fragrance of the light blooming jasmine was in the air, then the prostitute appeared in Haridas's cottage. But although she was a prostitute, she was somewhat pious. She bowed down to the tulsi tree. Then she knelt before Haridas and bowed before him and said, "Oh Prabhu, you have so many wonderful qualities. You're so handsome. You're in the bloom of youth. I'm a young girl. I'm very attached to you. Please, your sadhus are merciful. So you please be merciful upon me and fulfill my desire and have union with me." So Haridas said, "Well, look, I have to chant so many number of rounds. So you just let me finish my rounds, then I will satisfy your desire. You just sit here a while and listen while I chant." And because Haridas was fully absorbed in the holy name. And he was chanting and 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 chanting. The whole night passed. In the morning, then he apologizes. "Oh, I couldn't finish my vow. Tomorrow you come. Certainly I will fulfill your desire." She went back and she reported to Ramachandra Khan everything that had happened. And he's, "All right, you go tomorrow." Because she said, "I promise in 3 days I will bring him under my control." So again the next day she bowed down and circumambulated the tulsi. She began to exhibit beautiful feminine postures that would destroy the patience of even great yogis. But Haridas was completely absorbed in the nectar of the name. He told her, "You sit down, I'm almost finished my vow. Tonight I will satisfy your desire." Again in the morning, she was sitting and listening to him chant. In the morning, he said, "Oh, I couldn't finish today. I've promised to chant so many names in 1 month. I thought I would finish tonight. Tomorrow certainly I will finish." So she went back and reported to Ramachandra Khan. He said, "All right, you go again tomorrow, but do not fail." So third day she came. She offered her obeisance to Tulsi. It was the evening time. The breeze was carrying the fragrance of flowers. The moon was giving enchanting light to the scene, very romantic scene. Again she sat down and made beautiful poses. Haridas said, "Just a minute, I'm almost finished. You just sit here." And she was sitting and listening to the chanting, and she also began to imitate Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari. Toward the close of the night, she fell down at Haridas's feet. And she revealed the whole plan, and Haridas said, "As soon as Ramchandra Khan made this conspiracy, I was ready to leave this place. Only to save you I have stayed here, because you were sincere. So now you take this kutir, you stay here, you give away all, you go home, give away all your ornaments, and give them to Brahmins and temples, and then you come here and chant the holy name in this hut. I'm leaving this place." So then she did exactly that. She gave she sold all of her ornaments and donated all the money to the Brahmins and temples of Benapol. Then she shaved off all her beautiful hair, and she came back with a simple piece of cloth and began to sit, and Haridas gave her all blessings, said, "You don't worry about your maintenance, everything will come." In the morning, when the people came to honor Haridas, they saw this prostitute is sitting there, chanting the holy name. And everyone was astounded at the influence of Haridas Thakur. That even a low-class person like a prostitute had been delivered by the mercy of Haridas Thakur. And they were so impressed with her sincerity, they would bring her fruits and rice and dal and everything, whatever she needed, she sat there. Meanwhile, Ramchandra Khan, since he was a landowner of that Benapol village, he was supposed to be giving so much money to the Muslim ruler, but he was cheating. So one day, Lord Nityananda came to Benapol, and he came with his men. And he came to Ramchandra's house, and he sat in the Durga Mandap, where he was keeping the Durga temple. And he began to sit and take prasadam and have fun with his friends. And Ramchandra sent his servant to tell Lord Nityananda that this place is very small for you, it is not fit for you. You can go stay in the cowshed, it is quite big, and you'll be more comfortable there because you have many people with you, and the cowshed is very wide, and this is a very small place, this Durga Mandap. It is not proper place for you to stay. And Lord Nityananda said, "Yes, it is not proper place for me to stay." And he got up with all his men and left. And that very night the Muslim ruler appeared. And he said, Ramchandra, you are cheating the government. And he sat with his shoes on in the Durga Mandap and began to smoke, and they began to drink. And then they ordered a cow. They brought a cow. We shouldn't say these things. What they did, we won't say. What they did with that cow. In this way, for 3 nights he stood there and had his men plunder the house of Ramachandra Khan and the whole village. Just see, by one person's offense, the whole village was affected. They plundered that village for 3 days and did horrible things with cows we won't mention in the Durga Mandap of his place. In this way he got the reaction of offending such a devotee as Haridas Thakur. So then Haridas, he came back to Pulia and was staying nearby Advaita Charya. And they were enjoying wonderful times together, discussing the glories of the holy name and waiting for the advent of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Haridas was staying in that cave. Again one night, the moonlight was shining down, sparkling on the Jamuna, very pleasing atmosphere. Malati and Ratrani was blowing in the breeze. Suddenly a very beautiful girl appeared. Ganga, I'm sorry. I'm still here in Vrindavan. Stayed here. So the breeze was blowing from the bank of the Ganga, the dazzling waves were dazzling in the moonlight. This beautiful young girl appeared. And again, she paid her obeisance to Tulsi Devi, circumambulated, and sat down, revealing parts of her body to Haridas. And she said, "Oh Prabhu, you're so qualified, you're so beautiful, you're so handsome, you have so many good qualities. I'm just a young girl in the bloom of her youth. My only desire is to have union with you." And Haridas said, "I have a vow to finish my chanting, so you just sit here and wait. I will fulfill your desire tonight." And again the whole night went away. Again in the morning he said, "I'm sorry I couldn't finish my rounds. You come again tomorrow." The next day she came, again posing in very beautiful feminine ways. And Haridas said, "Just wait, I'm almost finished." Again the whole night went by. Third night came, and by now you may have guessed, because you know the story, this was actually Mahamaya herself. And she began to exhibit wonderful feminine postures. We can't even imagine. Actually, we shouldn't even try to imagine. But Haridas was not moved at all, because he was absorbed in the holy name. He told her, "You wait, I'm just about finished." Toward the end of the night, she fell down at Haridas's feet and said, "Actually, she revealed herself as none other than Mahamaya, that I have come to test you. No one in this universe, even up to Brahma, has been able to withstand my attraction. Only you in the whole universe has been able to withstand my attraction. And I am so much ecstatic by hearing this name of Krishna. My husband, Lord Shiva, has initiated me into the chanting of Ram, Ram, Ram. There's so much pleasure in the name of Ram, but this name of Krishna floods the world with the most ecstatic ambrosial nectar. And right now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is inundating the whole of Nadia with this transcendental nectar. I want to be a part of it. Please initiate me into the chanting of this Mahamantra." And Haridas initiated Mahamaya into the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because we know that finally Nimai, he went to stay in Puri. And Haridas followed him there. And Haridas, Mahaprabhu told him, just because Haridas refused, although no one would have stopped him. Oh, we missed one story. From there, Balaramacharya invited Haridas to come to Chandanpur, where lived the two brothers Hiranyagarbha and What was the other's name? Two famous Majumdars lived there. Hiranyagarbha and I just slipping my mind. Senior moment. Who were great big landlords. And he was staying with Balaramacharya, but these two landlords, they were very pious. They were always having assemblies of brahmanas in their house. And Haridas, they invited Haridas one time. And they asked Haridas to speak on the glories of the holy name. And Haridas began to speak so many beautiful verses from the scripture. And actually he said, even just Nama Bas will be able to give one liberation from material existence. And there was one envious Brahmin named Gopal Chakravarti. He stood up and he objected. He said, what is this? Only after millions of births of performing sacrifices and study of the Vedas and performing sacrifice one gets liberation. How dare you say that simply by Nama Bas one can get the liberation from material existence? Just see, it is said in the scriptures that in the Kali Yuga the Sudras will recite the Vedas. And here, this lesson Sudra, this Mlecha, this Yavana, he's trying to teach me scripture. He said, if I tell you, and Haridas began to quote so many verses from the scripture. It says, look, if Namabhas is sufficient to take, simply chanting the holy name is sufficient to give one liberation, then I will cut my tongue off. And Haridas said, if it's not able to do it, I will cut my tongue off. And then Gopal Chakravarti insulted him in so many ways. So Haridas answered simply by leaving the assembly. And all the Majumbers tried to please him. He says, it's not his fault. He's under the modes of passion and ignorance. He's a fool. He doesn't know anything. And he returned to Balamacharya's house. 3 days after that, Gopal Chakravarti's nose, he got leprosy. And his beautiful up-tipped nose began to melt away. His beautiful, like champak buds, fingers and toes began to melt away. In this way, he got the result of Vaishnava Aparad. Another time, Haridas was passing on the road, and there was some snake charmer. And actually, that snake was a very powerful snake, and the snake charmer was under the control of the snake, actually. We always think the snake charmer is charming the snake, but the snake was charming the snake charmer. And he had his little group there. They were singing beautiful songs. They were singing all about Krishna and Kaliya. Haridas happened to pass that way just by hearing vibrations, holy vibrations about his Lord, just dancing on the hoods of Kaliya. Haridas went into ecstasy. He began to dance like a madman, and everyone stood back to watch the dancing. Even the snake charmer stopped his dancing to watch the dancing of Haridas. Finally, Haridas, he fell completely unconscious and began to exhibit all the Astasafiki bhavs, shivering and talking nonsense and so many things. Everyone was totally astounded. Somehow or other, Haridas calmed himself down. And he paid his obeisance to the snake charmer and the snake and left. Meanwhile, one envious Brahmin had seen this whole system, this whole scene, and he thought, this guy is not even a Brahmin, he's not even a Hindu, he's a Mohammedan. Why are they giving such respect to him? He began to imitate the dancing of Haridas. And then he also fell on the ground. And the snake entered the body of the snake charmer, and the snake charmer picked up a stick and began to beat that Brahmin like that Brahmin was screaming for his life, running away. And then he began his performance again. He was dancing and dancing. And everyone was shocked. And they asked, you please give us some explanation. When Haridas was chanting and when dancing, you moved away and to watch his dancing, and this Brahmin came and you're beating him. He said, yes, it seems strange, but there's a secret behind all of this. Haridas was actually dancing out of ecstatic love for Krishna. Because the snake himself began to speak through the snake charmer. That Brahmin, he was envious and wanted to get false praise from he was figuring all these people are ignorant. They're just honoring this Mohammedan like this just out of sentiment. So he was just imitating Haridas Thakur with a desire to get praise from the public. Therefore the snake has ordered me to beat him, and I have beat him. Everyone was astonished by all this. So finally we know Haridas, he followed Nimai to Puri, and Mahaprabhu gave him place to stay in Siddhabakul, from which place he could see the chakra, and seeing the chakra is as good as taking darshan of Lord Jagannath. So even though he was like ourselves, we're locked out of course we're so fortunate we're locked in here with our lords, but most of us are locked out of our temples, we can't see our lords. So Haridas, that's one of the reasons why I was thinking of this pastime. He just got darshan of the chakra. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Jagannath, in his form as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, used to come and visit Haridas Thakur every day on his way to take his bath. He'd come with great personalities like Rupa and Sanatan, Sarup Damodar, Paramananda Puri, so many others. And every day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had some servant send Mahaprasad to Haridas. Haridas was staying there, and he got Mahaprasad every day of Lord Jagannath. So, one day, Govinda came with Mahaprasad, and he found Haridas lying on his back, looking pale, and chanting very slowly, because Haridas always chanted very loud. There's another pastime where one Brahmin chastised him, Haridas, why are you chanting so loudly all the time? He said, there's so many beings like these trees and birds and bees and animals. They can't chant the holy name. One who chants loudly, he benefits even those beings, and the chanting becomes 100 times more powerful by that. But here he found Haridas was lying on his back and chanting very softly. He said, Haridas, what's the matter? He says, today I've been, my body is all right, but my mind is not well. I have not been able to finish my rounds today. So I cannot eat. But still, you have sent Mahaprasad, how can I refuse? So he took a little piece of that Mahaprasad and continued his chanting. So next day, Mahaprabhu came, he said, Haridas, what is this? You're not feeling well. He said, I'm feeling well, but my mind is not well. I'm unable to chant my rounds. Mahaprabhu said, look, you have chanted so many millions and billions of Naam. Now you're old. The purpose of your incarnation, here Mahaprabhu confirms that Haridas was incarnation Lord Brother. The purpose of Tomar Avatar, he says, purpose of your incarnation was to teach others about the holy name, glories of the holy name. So now you can reduce your names. He said, look, my Lord, I'm born in a very low-caste family. This body is despicable. Everything about me, even if people touch me, they have to take bath. Even if they chant my name, their all piety will be finished. I'm very fallen. If I do not finish my rounds, then what will become of me? Oh, Haridas, you are breaking my heart. How can you say these things? You reduce your number of rounds. Actually, my Lord, there's another thing if I can speak. Yes, speak, your mind. I'm ready to listen. He said, I know that now you're going to wind up your pastimes in this world. I do not want to see those final chapters of your Leela. I want that I place my lotus feet on your chest, and with my two eyes like bumblebees drink the nectar of your name, and chanting the holy name, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I will leave this abominable body. Mahaprabhu said, oh Haridas, it is not right. Whatever pleasure I get in this world is a useless place. Only pleasure I get in this world is from our association, not proper that you go and leave me. But still, your love is so great, how can I refuse you? So Haridas, I will come and see you tomorrow, and we'll see. So Haridas offered his respects, and Mahaprabhu went to the ocean. The next day, Mahaprabhu with all the devotees, in front of all the devotees, he began to describe the glories of Haridas Thakur. It appeared that he had 5 mouths. Hearing the glories of Haridas Thakur, all the Vaishnavas bowed down at his feet, and he took the dust of their feet. Then Mahaprabhu orders, he said, Haridas, what is the news? And then he ordered them to begin the kirtan. And all the Vaishnavas began kirtan, and they were dancing wildly, crying and spinning and jumping and dancing. Huge kirtan was going on. At that time, Haridas put Lord Chaitanya in front of him. He put his feet on Lord Chaitanya's chest, he put Lord Chaitanya's feet on his chest. And then he took the dust of all the Vaishnavas on his head. And then with his 2 eyes staring into the beautiful moonlight lotus petal eyes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and singing his name, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He left his body, just like Bhismadev, who had left his body at his will. And all the devotees, remembering the pastime of Lord Bhisma, of Bhismadev, they also became very quiet. Then Mahaprabhu, he picked up the body of Haridas. We can't imagine how merciful Lord Chaitanya is. Nobody likes to touch a dead body. I've lived here in Vrindavan so many times. Somebody dies, we have to call the rickshaw. No rickshawala will come. No auto rickshawala, no taxiwala. No, they don't want to go anywhere near a dead body. So inauspicious. And our Lord Chaitanya, he picked up the body of Haridas, held it at his waist, and began to dance. We can't imagine Lord Chaitanya's mercy. He was dancing with the dead body of Haridas Thakur. And all the Vaishnavas were dancing around. In this way, Mahaprabhu was totally lost in ecstasy. Then finally, Swarup Damodar tapped him on the shoulder and said, there's other rituals to be performed. And Mahaprabhu calmed down. Then they brought a palanquin like an airship, and they placed the body of Haridas within, and they went to the shore of the beach at Puri. And Supreme Personality Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with his own hands, he began to dig, and all the Vaishnavas began to help him dig. And he dug a beautiful pit. And then they placed the divine body of Haridas inside that pit. And Mahaprabhu with his own hands began to throw sand on top of Haridas. And all the Vaishnavas began to throw sand on top of Haridas. And then they built a mound on top. Over that they built a little platform, and they put a railing around it like this. First Mahaprabhu had actually taken Haridas' body and bathed it in the ocean and declared, from now on this ocean is a holy tirth. Anyone who bathes there is as good as bathing in a holy tirth. Then he went to the Singadwara gate, and he took his outer cloth and began to beg from all the vendors Mahaprasadam for a feast in honor of Haridas. Immediately all the shopkeepers gathered up huge baskets of prasad and came running, and Swarup Damodar stopped them all and made them sit down. And he sent Mahaprabhu to his house. And then he got some men and some carriers, and they took 4 palmfuls of every type of prasadam from every shop, from every preparation, 4 palmfuls, and loaded it all up and sent it back to Mahaprabhu's house. And all the Vaishnavas came. And Mahaprabhu, he's so merciful. He personally began to distribute prasadam, and Mahaprabhu was not used to eating small amounts. He began to put in everybody's plate what 5 men could eat. But nobody would begin to eat. Plus at that time, Kashi Mishra arrived. He had invited Mahaprabhu that day. So then it was decided that Mahaprabhu would honor Kashi Mishra's prasad along with all the other Vaishnavas. So then they forced Mahaprabhu to sit down. They placed Kashi Mishra's prasad. Mahaprabhu began to eat. And then all the Vaishnavas began to eat. They wouldn't eat till Mahaprabhu had sat down. Just like I've seen this also in Chopati temple. Until the senior devotees begin to eat, nobody begins to eat. Everyone sits and waits for the senior devotees to start. I've seen, following the example of Mahaprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu, although there was 5 times what one man could eat, Mahaprabhu, give him more, give him more, give him more. Oh, over there, give him more. Mahaprabhu began to feed more and more prasad to all of the Vaishnavas. Then Mahaprabhu, with his own hands, he put chandan and garland on the necks of all of the Vaishnavas. In this way they celebrated the disappearance of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur. And our Krishna's Kaviraj, he writes that anybody who saw this pastime of Haridas's leaving from this world, anybody who put sand on Haridas, anyone who chanted, anyone who took prasadam, anyone who even hears about this, he will certainly very shortly get love for Krishna. So today we've had the chance to recite this wonderful pastime before you all, and so it is by the blessing of Krishna's Kaviraj, you all will get love of Krishna. So we thank you very much, and we hope that you take advantage of this very strange time, hear these wonderful pastimes like this, and hear wonderful kirtans. In fact, you're locked out of your temples, but you can go to Vrindavan.tv. Vrindavan.tv, not Vrindavana, but Vrindavan.tv, VRINDAVAN.tv. You can see all the temple programs in Krishna Balaram Mandir. Of course, you can go to Mayapur.tv also. So many places. Take advantage of this extraordinary time and increase our Krishna consciousness, increase our hearing and chanting, and by the blessing of Krishna's Kaviraj, we'll all get love of Krishna. So we thank Srila Prabhupada for giving us all these wonderful books, especially this Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We can read it, it's filled with so much nectar and ecstasy. So you take advantage of this time, extraordinary time, and increase your hearing and chanting and reading, and develop love for Krishna. Thank you very much.
100 people watching.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, all of you. So same time, 5:30 tomorrow, we'll again meet here and continue having some nice katha.